guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shawnee if you're new here. If you're not, welcome back. Whoa. I'm not gonna lie to you, I recorded this 7 fucking times, but I would accidentally press this button and it would end it, and I genuinely can't even talk anymore. My hair was curled, like basically wavy when I started filming. Now it's barely curled. It's crazy because I have my claw clip in and my mouth is so dry. I was trying to record a lot earlier and it's like 11 right now. I started recording at like 10:20. Let me check the time on my laptop. Also, I put stickers all over my laptop. Is that fun? So yeah, it's 11:06. I started filming at 10:20. It's crazy. Usually I do a one and done, but this mic, I accidentally kept pressing it, so I can't do a one and done now. Anyways, so today I also wanted to talk about something more vulnerable, because I don't think that I get really vulnerable. Well, I try to, but sorry, I'm itching my mosquito bite on my foot that I shouldn't be itching. I try not to get so vulnerable because in my life, the one thing I regret most, and especially in high school, was that I talked to everybody about every single problem I had. I told everyone my insecurities, what I didn't like about myself, and literally everything that was going on in my life. So everybody around me knew exactly what was going on in my life. No, I was never mysterious. I was the opposite of mysterious. I honestly was the biggest open book in the world. Everyone knew exactly what I liked, what I didn't like, my favorite color, and what was the new rage in my head. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say I'm not like that anymore. I'm still like that with everybody. Any friend that I catch up with, I'm telling them my whole life, my love life, my academic life, everything, my home life, everything. They want to know something, I'm telling them already. I'm already opening my mouth before they even speak. So that's the one thing that I mostly regret. Now I only talk to like my closest friends about my life, and then the people I don't really see that often, they don't really know anything about me. I think it's because I don't really hang out with people who don't know anything about me. If you hang out with me, you basically know my entire life story. You know what I mean? Probably not. Oh, my hair's still curly on this side ish. Probably not like my whole life story, like my childhood, but someone like my roommate, I haven't told her everything about me yet because we're not even close. So I've restrained myself. Now, I used to just tell everybody and everyone my life story because I felt that if I shared my life story, they would be comfortable enough to share their life story and what they are interested in, you know. But I realized that I don't need to share my whole life to get to know someone, or sorry, I keep burping, make a connection with someone. So that's one thing I don't want to carry with me to college. The art of yappiness. You know what I mean? I've been through a lot of stuff this summer, and honestly, this has been the most eventful summer of my life. It's my first time traveling since I was 7. I went through some love difficulties. I went through so many hangouts with friends, and went through so much events because oh my god, my hair. I graduated and I'm feeling very different and refreshed, if you know what that means. This is the one summer that I think that I'm comfortable in my own skin. I do sometimes hate the way I look, just like everybody else, but I've been loving myself this summer more than usual. The past summers I was very sluggish. I didn't really try to better myself in other ways. I kind of wish I did have this energy last summer and tried to better myself, and you know what I mean, before I went into my senior year. But I felt like senior year was literally like my beginning of senior year was literally yesterday, walking into my classes and stuff like that. But I feel the change, you know what I mean? I still have similar friends from last year, I believe, but I became close to the people who I didn't think that I'd be close to. Every year is so different. Anyways, sorry, I was supposed to talk about something else, and I completely started going on the reminiscent route. But I filmed this so often, like so much, like so many times. I did so many retakes that I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. It's bad. But I do wish that I stopped talking about my life, not in like a way of like what I've been doing recently, but more on the personal side of my feelings and what I've been going through. Cause when I did talk in high school, when I did talk about my like life and stuff like that, I had a more positive outlook on it. And when I did tell people, it was like more of like a joke, like, oh my god, this happened. It was funny. But with the moment I try to be a little more serious and try to go into like another side of me, the mood would change. They'd be like, Shawnee, are you going through something right now? Are you sad? And I was never able to just sit down with someone and have like a deep talk with them. You know what I mean? Only with certain people I did. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but I don't know. People just assumed that if I went a little more serious or I was feeling a little more apathetic, I was very sad. I'd like to be positive most of the time, if you know what I mean. I want to have like a more positive outlook on things, but I'm a general pessimistic person. The one thing I do want to fix is not being so pessimistic, and the one thing that I've been trying to implement is saying that I can. Many times that I didn't want to apply for something, I missed the opportunity. When during college application season, I didn't apply to school because I thought I couldn't make it, or I couldn't do this and this and this. That really affected my outcome. I didn't fart, I swear. That's right. If I did apply, I might have gotten in. I could have done this and this, but I would say to myself, I'm not smart enough. I'm not creative enough. You know what I mean? One thing about me is I don't really listen to other people. I don't really like to listen to someone's advice for me, which is so stupid. I should listen to their advice. When someone tells me, Shawnee, honestly, you're so pretty, I don't believe them. I never believe anyone, honestly. So, but I love to give advice and never take the advice, which is something that I think I'm going to need to do when I go to college. Oh my god, wait, I love how wavy my hair is. I'm so sorry. I was looking at it, I'm like, my Asian hair, oh my god, just pulled out. I've been shedding a lot recently too. My Asian hair never holds, and I just pulled out a piece of hair. My hair I've been shedding like crazy recently, unfortunately. So, I do want to fix that before I leave. I always talk about, I'm leaving, I'm so sad, or I want to better myself, da 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 da. I need to start implementing it. I'm still like super insecure. Like from beginning of high school, I was less insecure than I am now. Let me elaborate. I don't think I really talked to anybody about like what I was crazy insecure about, because I don't think that it was on like my mind. But the one thing that I was always insecure about was my face. I've never left the house without makeup on, or I rarely ever leave the house without makeup on, because I hate the way I look. On a real note, I hate the way I look. I don't like my body, and I don't feel like me in my own skin, if you know what I mean. I always, and you can be like, wait, what? You don't seem like the type. A lot of my friends, like, I always love to like hype them up and be like, you look so good, like, you know what I mean? You look so good. You're eating that outfit up and stuff like that. But when I like my own outfit, I'm just like, this could look better if I was this and this, if I was skinnier, if I had less acne, if I didn't have this pimple on my chin right now, stuff like that. I like to mask my insecurities with like complimenting others, or trying to tell myself that I will reach my dream goal, you know what I mean? But my dream goal is what, like, I don't even know what it is. I never actually end up reaching this goal because I don't know what it is. My goal becomes more extravagant the more I'm closer to it, if you know what I mean. I would say if I became skinnier, this outfit would look better. And then when I do become that skinny, I would say to myself, I could be skinnier. Or my face clears up. I'd be like, but it could be clearer. Or I say, I like my makeup today. However, if I change this, it would look better. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks like that. It's really encapsulates the human mind or the human race. We have something that we always want, and then we want more. And then when we get that goal, we want even more. In a sense, I'm really greedy. I'm really greedy. I have everything I could ever ask for. I asked for a new laptop. I got the laptop. I wanted an iPad for my birthday. I got the iPad. I wanted a water bottle. I got it. But I could get another water bottle in another color. I really want the other one. I could be thinking like that. And I do. I got an iPad, but now I want a new phone. You know? I got the laptop, but now I want the newest one because that one looks cooler. And I think half of this comes from the internet. I see someone with the newest iPhone and I'm like, I hate my iPhone. But I realized 2 years earlier, I wanted this specific iPhone. It said it would solve all my problems if I got this iPhone. But now I have it, and it's not up to my standard. Now I want another one. What I'm trying to say is, I want to get rid of my greed. Bodily and materialistically. I don't want to tell myself that I want to become skinnier. I don't want to tell myself that I want the newest phone anymore. I wish I could be more complacent about what I have, because I'm extremely, I'm extremely privileged to be able to have a room, a laptop, a new phone, a water bottle, an Awala, new clothes. You know what I mean? And that makes me think, if I continue to think like this, I will never ever have a boyfriend. More specifically, I would have a boyfriend, but want or always crave for my boyfriend to have the qualities of something better. Like, let's say my boyfriend gets me flowers. I'd be like, okay, but you got me flowers, but you could have came with flowers and food. I just don't think that's right for me right now. And I'm so glad that I'm not in a romantic relationship right now, because it would have been bad. I'm always asking for more for my family. And I justify it by saying, but I do this and this, so I deserve it. That's not true. It took me so long to realize that I'm actually extremely privileged and greedy. And I'm going to say that because that's just how I am. I always want more. So step 1 is done. I've self-realized that I became extremely greedy. And the one thing I decided to start doing is like wake up in the morning, not immediately go on my phone, and cherish the moments what I have with my friends. I'm gonna elaborate that. I've been wanting to go with my friends and actually sit down and talk to them. Most of my hangouts recently, I've been kind of going to a cafe or a restaurant with a friend, grab a coffee, and sit down and talk to them about their lives, about what's been going on with them. I think the only thing that cure me from this greed that I have is human interaction. It truly heals me. I always think so materialistically and objectively. So what I thought about what that would help me with this is having people around you that aren't like that. Especially my sister. My sister's friend, her roommate, is so again, before I said I really wanted the iPhone 15 Pro Max, right? I've been saying my phone's so slow, I need it. I did crack my whole phone, but you know, and she told me she has the same phone as me. So she was like, I just can't seem to let this phone go. I've had this phone and I bought my own phone, this phone, and it works perfectly fine, so I don't think I need a new one. My phone works just fine. It's recording this video right now. So I was like, I don't need a new phone. And for it to be someone else to tell me that I'm ungrateful makes me realize that I need to snap out of it. I need to snap out of this trance that I'm in, that I deserve everything when I have not earned anything yet. I'm going to college. I haven't earned a degree yet. I don't even have a job. So what hard work am I constantly preaching about that I've been doing that I deserve all of these things? Again, there's certain things that I do think I deserve, like like friends. I don't know, but certain things after accomplishment, I'm like, oh, I deserve a little sweet treat for that. Or I finished a workout, I think I deserve a little snack. Little things. But I've ever questioned myself on why I need any of this. I don't need it. I want it, but I don't need it. I realized that what's been feeding this is that every time I say I want something, I always get it. And that's why I don't have discipline in anything, because I don't need to say I don't need to work for it. Oh my god, that's what I think. My parents, when I was younger, I would always say I deserve something, because I would always be like, they would ask me to do something, I'd be like, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, of course. I used to do so much chores and do so much for my parents. So growing older, I always say I work so hard for this family. I always do chores and stuff. So what they can do is buy me a birthday gift. And a comparison. I would compare my life to my friends and be like, well, she got a laptop for her birthday. What about me? My family and her family are not the same. Why am I thinking like that? You know what I mean? This whole video just sounds like I'm eating away at myself. But I think it's healthy that I'm starting to create boundaries in my needs and my wants. Not everybody needs the new iPhone 15. You know what I mean? I should be grateful that I have a bed to sleep on. And I'm getting an education. And I'm going to college, because some kids are not going to college. So yeah, I want to be more selfless when I move on to college, and think about my actual future, because as an adult, you can't always get what you want. And you can't always immediately get that. At least you can work for what you want, but you can never get something for free. You'll never ever get anything for free. There's always an expense at what you want, so that's the one thing that I want to talk about. And I just wanted to explain that, because I've been very in a self-aware mood about how I treat others, and what I think I should be more self-aware on. If there's anything else, I'll make more videos about it. But there's not supposed to be self-deprecating or anything and be like, I'm a horrible person, I need to do this and this. But I'm just saying, this is the self-awareness that I think I really needed, and I captured it on film so I can show myself in every time that I'm being needy. You know what I mean? And to anybody who feels like they don't deserve anything because they haven't achieved something yet, don't take this video with a grain of salt. We're all different people, and I know what I've achieved and what I deserve or not. If you have done what you think that is an achievement and you're proud of, go get that donut. Go get yourself that new phone. You know what I mean? But for me, I know that I've not done anything to deserve the thing that I want. That's what I know. So take this video with a grain of salt, because again, it's my own experiences and how I am. So if you hate this video, it's okay. But I just wanted to speak on that today. Sorry if this sounded just like a really rant, but I wanted to talk about it. But yeah, and I hope you guys watch the next one if you like this one, and I hope to make more consistent content. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. How do I end this?